Think and Grow Rich is one of the best books about generating wealth that you could ever read. Almost 300 pages, and you are going to learn the entire book right now. Let's get to it. Part 1. Introduction. The first thing Hill emphasizes is that success begins with a clear and definite purpose. This isn't just about vague wishes, it's about knowing exactly what you want and committing to it with all your energy. Hill's principles are universal. They're not just for financial gain, but can be applied to any meaningful goal in life. Hill begins by explaining how his work was inspired by Andrew Carnegie, one of the most successful industrialists of his time. Carnegie believed that success followed a clear formula, and Hill spent years interviewing successful individuals to uncover this secret. And here's the essence of it. Whatever the mind can conceive and believe, it can achieve. This powerful quote reminds us that belief and clarity of purpose are transformative forces. Now, what can you do with this? Start by defining your purpose. Write it down. Every day, visualize yourself achieving your goal, and let this build your confidence. And perhaps most importantly, nurture a success-oriented mindset by using positive affirmations. This is the foundation we'll build upon as we explore Hill's ideas further. Please don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Thank you. Part 2. Desire, the starting point of all achievement. Next, let's talk about desire, the spark that sets everything in motion. Hill calls desire the cornerstone of success. It's not just wanting something, it's having a burning, almost obsessive determination to achieve it. This kind of desire isn't casual, it's intense, focused, and unshakable. Hill illustrates this with the story of Edwin C. Barnes, a man who dreamed of working with Thomas Edison. Barnes didn't have connections, money, or even the certainty that Edison would hire him. But his desire was so strong that he found a way to get to Edison, prove his worth, and eventually become his partner. Barnes's story shows us that success begins when we're willing to align our actions with our deepest desires. To apply this principle, take time to clarify your goals. Write them down as a statement of intent, something specific and actionable. Then commit to them with unwavering persistence. And don't forget to revisit your desire daily. This practice will keep it alive and keep you moving forward, even when challenges arise. Part 3. Faith, visualization, and belief in the attainment of desire. Desire alone isn't enough. You also need faith, the belief that your dreams are achievable. Faith bridges the gap between your goals and their realization. According to Hill, faith is like a head chemist that mixes your thoughts and emotions, turning them into tangible results. One of the most impactful ways to cultivate faith is through visualization. Imagine your goals vividly as though they've already been achieved. Let's take Hill's words. The subconscious mind will translate into its physical equivalent by the most direct and practical method available, any order that is given to it in a state of belief. Faith also helps to overcome fear and doubt, which are the biggest roadblocks to success. Here's how you can build faith in your own life. Practice daily affirmations that reinforce your confidence in achieving your goals. Create mental images of your success and revisit them every day. Finally, replace any negative self-talk with positive, empowering thoughts. By doing this, you'll condition your mind for success. Part 4. Autosuggestion, the medium for influencing the subconscious mind. Now let's explore how to plant these ideas deep into your subconscious using autosuggestion. Autosuggestion is simply the act of repeatedly affirming and visualizing your goals to influence your subconscious mind. Hill describes it as the agency of control through which an individual may voluntarily feed his subconscious mind. Think of your subconscious as fertile ground, ready to grow whatever seeds you plant. If you consistently focus on positive, empowering ideas, they will take root. But if you neglect this process, negativity can creep in. That's why Hill emphasizes repetition and emotional intensity. Repeating your affirmations with feeling helps the subconscious absorb them more effectively. To make autosuggestion work for you, start by writing down your goals and reading them aloud twice a day, morning and night. Add emotional intensity to these affirmations by imagining the feelings of accomplishment as you say them. Finally, use visualization to see yourself living the life you desire. The combination of these practices creates a powerful alignment between your thoughts and your goals. Chapter 5. specialized knowledge, personal experiences or observations. Hill makes an important distinction. General knowledge alone isn't enough to achieve success. Specialized knowledge, specific to your goals, is what sets successful people apart. Think of it this way. General knowledge is like raw materials, but specialized knowledge is the blueprint that turns those materials into a masterpiece. Hill reminds us that knowledge becomes powerful only when it is organized and applied. He shares the quote, "Knowledge is only potential power. It becomes power only when and if it is organized into definite plans of action." This means it's not enough to simply learn. You have to act on what you know. Successful people continuously acquire specialized knowledge that's directly related to their major purpose in life. So, what does this look like in practice? Start by identifying the specific areas of expertise you need to achieve your goals. Seek out mentors, courses, or books to help you deepen your knowledge. And don't stop there. Evaluate and update your knowledge regularly to stay ahead. Continuous learning is the foundation of long-term success. Chapter 6. Imagination, the workshop of the mind. Next, let's talk about imagination, which Hill calls the workshop of the mind. Imagination is where ideas are born, and every achievement begins with an idea. Hill highlights two types of imagination: synthetic and creative. Synthetic imagination involves combining existing concepts in new ways, while creative imagination generates entirely new ideas. The quote, "Man can create anything he can imagine," reminds us that the possibilities are endless when we use our imagination to its full potential. For example, think of the many innovations we enjoy today. From airplanes to smartphones, all of these began as ideas in someone's imagination. How can you tap into this power? Dedicate time to creative thinking. Brainstorm solutions to challenges. Visualize the steps needed to achieve your goals, and keep an open mind to recognize opportunities. As Hill says, ideas are the beginning points of all fortunes. With imagination, you can bring your desires to life. Chapter 7. Organized planning, the crystallization of desire into action. Imagination alone won't get you far without a plan. In this chapter, Hill focuses on organized planning, the bridge between desire and action. He emphasizes that success requires more than inspiration. It takes cooperation, persistence, and adaptability to turn dreams into reality. Hill says, plan your work and work your plan. He also stresses the importance of collaboration, noting that no one achieves great success alone. This is where the concept of a mastermind group comes in, a team of trusted individuals who support, challenge, and help refine your plans. To apply this principle, form your own mastermind group with people whose skills complement your goals. Break down your objectives into specific, measurable steps with deadlines. And remember to adapt as needed. Plans should evolve based on feedback and progress. Organized planning gives structure to your dreams and turns them into actionable steps. Chapter 8. Decision, mastery of procrastination. Now, let's address decision-making. Hill argues that the ability to make decisions quickly and confidently is one of the defining traits of successful people. On the other hand, indecision and procrastination are major obstacles that can derail progress. The quote, "Procrastination, the opposite of decision, is a common enemy which practically every individual must conquer," highlights the importance of overcoming hesitation. Fear and lack of clarity often fuel indecision, but Hill teaches us that building confidence and focusing on our values can help us make firm, timely decisions. To master decision-making, start by practicing in everyday situations. Choose quickly and stick to your choice. Reflect on your core values to ensure your decisions align with your goals. Finally, develop habits to combat procrastination, such as setting deadlines and prioritizing tasks. With practice, decisiveness will become a habit that accelerates your success. Please don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Thank you. Chapter 9. Persistence, the sustained effort necessary to induce faith. Persistence is the fuel that keeps us going when challenges arise. Hill emphasizes that it is one of the defining traits of all successful individuals. He compares persistence to carbon in steel, saying, "Persistence is to the character of man as carbon is to steel." Without it, success remains elusive because most meaningful achievements require enduring setbacks and staying the course despite difficulty. Why do people often lack persistence? Hill argues it's usually due to fear, self-doubt, or insufficient desire. This means the solution lies in cultivating clarity of purpose, building a strong desire, and fostering a positive mental attitude. Persistence isn't something you're born with, it's a skill that can be developed. To build your persistence, create daily routines that reinforce your commitment to your goals. Whether it's morning affirmations, journaling, or consistent progress tracking, these habits act as reminders of what you're working toward. Surround yourself with people who uplift and encourage you, and use their support to stay resilient in the face of obstacles. Chapter 10. The Mastermind, the Driving Force. Success rarely happens in isolation. Hill introduces the concept of the mastermind group, which he describes as a meeting of minds that creates a powerful collective force. He writes, "No two minds ever come together without thereby creating a third, invisible, intangible force, which may be likened to a third mind. This third mind is the unique synergy created when people collaborate effectively. Mastermind groups provide access to shared knowledge, resources, and accountability, which amplify each individual's chances of success." Hill stresses that harmony and cooperation among group members are essential for this process to work. Mutual respect and alignment of purpose ensure that the group remains productive and focused. To apply this principle, consider forming or joining a mastermind group with people who complement your skills and ambitions. Meet regularly to exchange ideas, solve problems, and hold each other accountable for progress. Finally, maintain open communication and mutual respect to foster a creative and supportive environment. Collaboration in this way can accelerate your journey towards success. Chapter 11. The Mystery of Sex Transmutation. This chapter introduces one of Hill's most intriguing concepts, sex transmutation. Hill explains that sexual energy, one of the most powerful human drives, can be redirected into creative and productive pursuits. When this energy is channeled effectively, it becomes a force for extraordinary focus, motivation, and ambition. He writes, "When driven by this emotion, men become gifted with a superpower for action. This isn't about suppressing natural urges. Instead, it's about converting that energy into achieving meaningful goals." Hill points to historical examples of highly successful individuals who harnessed this principle to fuel their greatness. How can you use this idea in your own life? Practice self-discipline and direct your energy toward your most important objectives. Engage in activities that allow you to express creativity or solve complex problems. By cultivating a strong sense of purpose and channeling your passions, you can unlock higher levels of achievement and potential. Chapter 12. The Subconscious Mind, the Connecting Link. The subconscious mind is the invisible powerhouse behind every action and decision. Hill calls it the connecting link between our conscious thoughts and the outcomes we experience. It doesn't judge or filter. It simply absorbs and acts on the thoughts and emotions we feed it. As Hill puts it, the subconscious mind will not remain idle. If you fail to plant desires in your subconscious mind, it will feed upon the thoughts which reach it as a result of neglect. To use this to your advantage, you must intentionally feed your subconscious with positive, empowering thoughts and emotions. Repetition, emotional intensity, and visualization are key to this process. The subconscious works best when it's consistently exposed to clear and optimistic messages. Begin by practicing daily affirmations that align with your goals. Visualize your desired outcomes vividly and often, creating a mental picture of success. Just as importantly, guard against negative influences, whether they come from external sources or your own doubts. Finally, practice gratitude to cultivate positive emotions, which will strengthen the alignment between your conscious intentions and your subconscious programming. Chapter 13. The Brain, a broadcasting and receiving station for thought. Hill begins this chapter with an intriguing concept. The brain is like a transmitter and receiver, constantly exchanging thought vibrations. He suggests that every human brain is capable of picking up vibrations of thought which are being released by other brains. This means that the thoughts we hold in our minds don't just affect us, they create a ripple effect that influences the world around us. Thoughts that are backed by strong emotions create an especially powerful vibration. Hill explains this by saying, "Thoughts backed by strong emotions create a magnetic force. When you think positively and focus on success, you attract ideas, people, and opportunities that align with that frequency." It's a fascinating mix of psychology and the power of intention. To apply this, focus your thoughts on positive outcomes and visualize success regularly. Surround yourself with like-minded, positive people who reinforce uplifting thinking. Finally, infuse your goals with emotional intensity, whether it's excitement, passion, or determination, to amplify their impact on your subconscious and external environment. Chapter 14, The Sixth Sense, the Door to the Temple of Wisdom. The sixth sense, according to Hill, is the culmination of applying all the principles discussed in this book. It's a kind of intuitive faculty that guides decision-making and sparks flashes of insight. Hill describes it as the portion of the subconscious mind referred to as the creative imagination. It's where breakthroughs and inspired ideas seem to come out of nowhere. Hill is clear, though, this isn't something that happens overnight. He writes, "Understanding of the sixth sense comes only by meditation through mind development from within. Developing the sixth sense requires patience, persistence, and consistent practice of the other principles, like desire, faith, and autosuggestion. You can start cultivating your sixth sense by dedicating time to quiet reflection or meditation. Pay attention to gut feelings or ideas that seem to align perfectly with your goals. They might be the product of this faculty at work. Trust the process of growth and mastery, and over time, you'll notice this sense becoming sharper and more reliable." Chapter 15. Outwitting the Six Ghosts of Fear. Fear, Hill argues, is the greatest obstacle to success. He identifies 6 primary fears that hold people back: poverty, criticism, ill health, loss of love, old age, and death. These fears, he explains, are nothing more than a state of mind. When we allow these fears to dominate our thoughts, they cripple our ability to act and succeed. Hill encourages us to take control of our minds, stating, "You can control your own mind, and with it, you can banish fear." The key is self-awareness, recognizing which fears are influencing you and consciously replacing them with positive, empowering beliefs. By doing so, you regain control over your life and decisions. Start by reflecting on the fears that may be holding you back and confronting them directly. Use affirmations and visualizations to develop a mindset of courage and optimism. Replace fear-based thoughts with proactive, empowering ones, and take small but consistent steps towards your goals to build momentum. Please don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Thank you. Final summary of Think and Grow Rich. As we look back on this journey, Hill's philosophy becomes clear. Success is not an accident. It's the result of deliberate and consistent effort. The core of his teaching is a combination of desire, faith, persistence, and actionable plans. Hill's principles are universal, applicable to financial success and any meaningful goal you want to achieve. He reminds us, strength and growth come only through continuous effort and struggle. When you set your mind on a definite goal, Hill promises, the world stands aside to let you pass. The book provides a blueprint for aligning your thoughts, emotions, and actions to create the outcomes you desire. So, how do you take this forward? Start with a clear and burning desire and write down your goals. Develop daily habits of affirmations, visualizations, and positive thinking to program your subconscious mind. Take persistent, organized action toward your goals and consider leveraging the support of a mastermind group. By applying these principles consistently, you'll find that success is not only possible, it's inevitable.